grief is a lifelong companion.
Yes.
So I think you just being in direct relationship with it, because otherwise it will consume you. And, and it will show up as mystery illnesses. I think this is one of the biggest things around unprocessed grief, is it shows up in the body, and the body can only hold it for so long before it shows up and starts, providing material for you to go and take care of it, to go and seek healing.
Yes.
And so it's going to show up, whether that's anxiety, mystery illness. And so let's just tend to it and not be afraid of it. There's a poem, and I don't, and I could probably find it somewhere. I think it's called "Give Fear a Hug." And so really these parts of ourselves, this is part of that somatic listening, it just wants to be acknowledged. It just wants to be, seen, and to realize that it's not as, we can dismantle the uncomfortableness just by giving it a voice,
Yes.
Because I think a lot of what we see is the unprocessed pain or unresolved grief ends up being projected outwards.
Yes.
And grief is very, very ugly. And I think this is really what we're seeing right now, is this original wound of separation and this resolution that never happened. And so I think this is what our work is to resolve these polar opposites that we've been taught are separate, and bring them back into wholeness.
Yes. And also that there's no shortcuts to that process.
Yeah.
That you can't sort of bypass that part of the healing process if it's going to actually stick, so to speak.
Yeah.
If the alchemy is going to happen, you've got to let the cooking continue, even when it sort of gets to the not so nice bits. But that doesn't mean you have to get stuck there.
Right. And so that just makes me think about Chiron, the wounded healer. Is that, and how I describe, very simply, Chiron is this, accumulation of all of the material that's come from our wounds, that's then alchemized into this medicine that we then get to offer out and to others, which becomes this living legacy, that we don't leave behind, but we're living as we're moving through life. And it becomes this purpose, or it provides content for this purpose of why we're here and what we're here to do. And so I think we're missing out on so much when we ignore these hard, uncomfortable shadow aspects of ourselves, because I believe that there's gold there waiting to be alchemized into our purpose and what we're here to do and be.
Yes. And, it makes me think of that aphorism, you teach best what you most need to learn. Once you've kind of been through that experience yourself, as you have, and you understand the landscape of what that involves, what it feels like to move through that, you can help to guide other people, through that experience as well.
Right.
Yes.
Right.